falling to the ground, and this is the raking season. But still some areas where you can see some nice trees.
Really are. I like that the transition happens different times, different places. Especially along the river right now. I notice it's still really pretty. But yeah, we've kind of passed that peak time, mid transitioning into maybe late October, kind of the peak for fall foliage around here, at least in the Treasure Valley. But it kind of depends on where you go in Idaho. So still fall left to be felt out there today. If you're going to be doing the raking, probably one of the better days to do it, because this weekend you could be talking about leaves and wet ground. And
that's the worst.
You do not want to rake.
The blower doesn't help. The blower doesn't help there.
Yeah, I can tell Brian's like, I'm getting this done today. So yeah, today, tomorrow, probably your dry days heading into the weekend to get some yard work done if that's on your list of things to do. Temperatures also going south as we head into November. We're starting off the month on a mild note, but then from there, it's all downhill from here. So 63 today, we're back to the mid-50s these next couple of days. And then we get some numbers that we're not too familiar with so far this season. Coldest air of the season on the way for us Saturday, Sunday, and especially into Monday. Temperatures Monday are going to be 10 to 15 degrees below our average high of 56. So we're talking 40s in the 7-day forecast, unfortunately. So on the jet stream forecast, and kind of show you what's going on. Again, these big black lines that you see here, kind of the winds in the upper atmosphere that drive our weather patterns. So mild temperatures today. This is kind of the warm before the storm. We call it a nice mix of sun and clouds. But as this feature here starts to develop off the coastline there and then dig into the Pacific Northwest and the Great Basin, we'll start to see things changing. This is an area of low pressure or a trough. These little U shapes here tend to signify that. And that's one indicator for us that, something's changing, and it's probably going to mean some wet weather or some colder temps. So step one, the wet weather coming for 2 days at least, Friday into Saturday. Valley rain showers, mountain rain and snow, depending on your elevation. But this is just kind of the leading edge of this. And then you see as this thing actually kind of digs in and becomes a little more amplified across the region, those darker colors, those blues, sinking down a little bit further south, that's when the coldest air is going to move in and kind of shove its way into the Treasure Valley. And stick around for a few days. We're talking about highs in the 40s as this trough passes through. Thankfully, we at least at this point are thinking about drier conditions pushing in with this, because if not, we could be talking about a rain-snow mix with where our snow levels are going. They're going pretty far south Saturday to Sunday and Sunday into Monday. Right now on the satellite radar, things looking pretty good out there. Cloud cover pushing in from the northwest, so a nice deck of clouds to wake you up. Might be mostly cloudy on your drive into work, but no rain showers in our cards today. Across the west, otherwise pretty quiet. Montana, the one exception, an active day shaping up there. A cold front will slide through to the north of us, pushing down into our northern mountains, but down south of here, pretty quiet, and that's good news. Game 7 happening tonight in Los Angeles. The high there today, 71. Will be mostly cloudy by tonight. First pitch temp, 64 degrees. Could see an isolated shower moving in late if that game goes to extra innings, which they've had a history of doing in this series. So a nice night down there for Game 7 World Series action kicking off about 6:20 our time tonight. Or I'm sorry, maybe that's Pacific time. Again, for today, watching for the snow showers in Montana in that area. Most of it staying out of our state. It gets a little closer to home getting into tomorrow and especially Friday. So snow showers could fire up in the mountains as early as tomorrow. Maybe a couple of isolated rain and snow showers this afternoon, just light pockets of it. For the most part, though, hit or miss all the way until Friday. Things become much more widespread, a little more active for your Friday into Saturday. Friday morning on that drive, could be talking about a wet commute. So maybe just plan to bring the rain gear with you. Make sure those windshield wipers are up and ready to go as you head into November. This is the transition getting into winter. You're going to start needing them more and more often in our wet season here. Even into the afternoon, looking at periods of rain on and off through the day. Snow showers in the mountains, especially above 6,000 feet. Could see over a foot of snow at the highest peaks in our mountain ranges this weekend. So could be a possibility for some decent snowfall at some of our ski areas this weekend. We'll be keeping our eyes peeled for that. Ski swap, of course, happening this weekend. But if you're going to be out there in the ski swap, plan for kind of a wet line if you have to wait in line on Friday or Saturday. Again, this is one model indicator that we look at. Best chance of rain looking to be Friday, but I think some of this is going to continue into Saturday too. The change that we've seen from today versus yesterday is that maybe we're looking to wrap up that rain a little bit earlier, so shut off the faucet, and that could be good news for anyone headed out to the Boise State game, so we'll be keeping a close eye on that forecast. Then there's a little bit of uncertainty in the models. Mentioned this earlier, Sunday into Monday, maybe ramping up that chance of precip again early next week, but the hope is that's not what's going to happen because temperatures will be cold enough as is. Today, beautiful. Just forget about all the 40s and the wet weather coming our way. Enjoy the 60s and sunshine. We'll have a high of 63 this afternoon. Mid mid-50s as you head into the lunch hour, but plan for upper 50s to low 60s for most of that day today. Some spots at Mountain Home and Caldwell actually going to make it into the mid-60s this afternoon. So a really nice day. Winds could be a little bit of an issue, especially east of Boise from Mountain Home down into the Magic Valley. We might notice winds gusting into that 20-25 mile an hour range around here, but otherwise not too shabby of a Wednesday. We cool off tomorrow and especially Friday into Saturday. So there you see that swing from 63 today to the upper 40s by Saturday. We're in the low 40s Monday. 2 days of wet weather again look to be Friday and Saturday. The high of 43 on Monday will be the coldest temperature we've seen since February 28th.